What's up, everybody? Good morning. I think I'm gonna probably kick this out on Thanksgiving here. So I want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. We have so much to be thankful for. God gives us so many blessings, and we're just so grateful for all that He does for us. But I've been a little bit sick here. Might be able to hear it in my voice. So I haven't been able to really get out on the water, walk the beach a whole lot the last few days. So instead, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys one of my favorite flies that I've been tying up and having a lot of success out there. Pompano, redfish, just about everything will eat it. Yeah, so it's a pretty simple fly, really just a kind of a Quan style fly. We're gonna use MFC Widows Web, 3 colors, some craft fur, some nice silly legs, and some gold-plated dumbbell lead eyes. So yeah, stay tuned, and hopefully you guys can tie up some of these and have success yourself. So all right, so what I really like about this fly is that it's really heavy. You know, fishing the beach, you really want to make sure those flies are getting down to where those fish are. I'm gonna throw some extra lead just on the hook here, give it some lead wraps just to make sure we've got that weight, because I am gonna throw some pretty good sized dumbbell eyes on here. Oh. And one thing I've noticed with tungsten dumbbells especially, there's something about how heavy they are and how hard they land on the water that'll spook those fish. So giving a little bit of weight to these flies with these extra lead wraps underneath all the body material really seems to help out. All right, so yep, now I've got our gold-plated dumbbell eyes here. I'm using a 140 near thread orange. I'm just going to do some X wraps kind of going around that. Lock those eyes into place here. A couple parachute wraps, just pull it all together. Make sure that lead's nice and covered up here too. I'll take this almost to the bend, just kind of past the point. Now I'm going to use a little bit of this Palmer chenille, tie in some of this Palmer chenille back down here, this orange. And I mean, you guys can do this in whatever color combos you like, but this kind of orange and white and tan coloration for me seems to work really well, whether it be for pompano or redfish. It gives a really good contrast. And I'm just gonna wrap this back forward a handful of times, really just trying to make a little bit of a bump here because I'm gonna throw some craft fur. All those fibers are going the right way here. I'm gonna throw some of this nice good chunk of white craft fur. We'll just lay our craft fur right on top here. We'll wrap that down forward. It's really okay if we get a little bit of a bump on top, because this fly is going to sit right in the other way. I'm going to wrap that on down. We'll pull that on up. We'll give a couple wraps behind it, just so that it's, helps it flare out a little bit. Just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my marker. Just give it some nice pretty orange stripes. And this really just helps it contrast real nice on that emerald coast sugary sand under there. So I'm going to add another piece of this Palmer chenille right here in front of that. I'm just going to do a couple wraps with this, make sure we're going the right way here, just to give it a little bit of, a little more flash, a little more color. Lock that on in like that. Okay, now we're going to use some of our MFC Sparkle Minnow brush body, just in white here. This again is just to give it a little bit of flash and a little contrast. Okay, I'll just do one or two quick wraps of that, just so that it's got a little bit more contrast there. I'm not going to use my scissors. Go ahead and use some wire cutters, clip those guys. Pick out those fibers. All right. Go ahead and wrap back down nice and tight on those guys. Okay. All right, now we're going to flip this bad boy over, and we're going to use our MFC Widows Web. I've got the orange here. To start, we're just going to kind of create a little bit of a quan or a toad style body. Biggest thing I've found here, I love this orange as the tail, just because we want this to kind of have that sand flea look. These fish eat this fly, I think, either as a sand flea or as a ghost shrimp. Look like a little crab. Throw another piece of orange under here. We're just going to kind of build this body going up front, making sure we keep everything nice and tidy, nice and clean. Right, like that. Now we're going to use these silly legs, pink and bright orange here. We'll just put that right in front. Oh no. Tighten that down a little bit. Those legs nice and spread there. A few more wraps. We're going to kind of just fold those back a little bit. Now we're going to start to kind of make this contrast color here. We're going to go with the Widow's Web in the golden brown. lift that right on up, kind of right in front of those legs. Get a couple wraps going on this guy. Now we're gonna use the tan Widows Web. Again, just kind of give it that color contrast a little bit. Another set of legs. We'll go back to that golden brown. So we got orange, golden brown, tan, another golden brown here. We'll throw another tan up front here. Just like that. Okay. Throw some more legs on there. Like so. Then we might even throw one more little piece of our tan up front, just to give it a little bit more coverage here before we add our craft fur again here. Let's see. Put that right on top there like that. Nice and even. There we go. Okay. And now, we got another nice thick piece of craft fur here, kind of for our wing. This is going to be a much shorter piece. We don't need it to be flying all the way back. So I'll throw that there. Pull all these little excess fibers out and kind of measure here about there. All right. Get that trimmed up nice. Nice and tight. We'll do one wrap behind it as well, just so we can really get that nice flare. Okay, and I'm going to take my marker here again. Give it some more color. Nice little whip finish on top. And now we'll go ahead and trim everything on up. Give it that nice sand flea, crabby profile. Make sure when you're doing this, you kind of pull your legs down out of the way so you don't clip those guys. I kind of just go at an angle right there off the hook, or off the bead. Flip that guy on over. Same thing there. Now, we'll make sure our legs are right up where we're gonna want them while they're in the water. Pull them together here. Just give them a little trim. And there we go. So like I said, nice little pattern for your sand flea, ghost shrimp, crabs, other shrimp. Sticks out really nice on that nice white sand. I like to creep this real slow in front of those fish, maybe just give it little pops, kind of disrupt the sand a little bit, but that extra weight helps it get down. Yeah, that nice contrast looks like one of their natural food sources. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys think of any other color combos or anything. I also like doing this with like a pink craft fur and chartreuse as well. So yeah, appreciate you guys following along. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments.